week 1, obviously.
Benny?
Did you do like 91 Atlanta?
Yeah, I did 91 Atlanta at 85 Chicago.
The good thing is I have these, like I put 9 and 9 when Atlanta came up from Festero. So
Yeah, it's been a while since you did one of those games.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you're on.
I am. Well, it's waiting, but I already hit start broadcast.
Alright. I'm just waiting for the notification. So, welcome to the next episode of The Greatest Game. Tonight, a new member of this series, the originator, the creator, Phantom Fighter.
Hello.
Takes control of the Chicago Bears, the 85 Bears, while I will be running the 91 Falcons. Now, I'm not going to be running this every single game you see in this league, but that's been the way it is so far.
Now, I'm not going to be running this every single game you see in this.
Okay, so now, unlike last night's Houston Oilers, I did go and get a run and shoot playbook. We'll see how it works. As if I'm not at enough handicap playing against this Bears team. Did you happen to see what the point spread was?
I'm favored by 9. Which makes sense. I won the Super Bowl.
No, I lost the divisional.
Playoff team, so
Yep.
no easy games, really.
Well, and if I remember correctly, didn't the Falcons get the upset in your version of this?
And Bastera, yes, they did. I want to say Dion had an interception. Chris Miller got hurt, and I think Billy Joe Colliver led him to the upset.
Well, let's try and avoid that.
The win?
The hurt, the injury.
Right. And this Gentry on there.
Where am I going? Come on. Oh, I thought you were through.
Almost. All right, the 85 Bears.
As always, with this... Go ahead.
I was going to say, this is, in the greatest game, this is the first time we actually see a Super Bowl champion.
Well, and as always, the scores on the bottom, the only accurate ones are the ones that have already been aired on these channels, as we are playing every game. So if you have not seen it on this channel yet, it's not real, it's fake news.
There's sweetness.
Oh my goodness, not a good start. Not a good start. So Atlanta ran a distinct error has occurred.
Interesting.
Well, we're gonna have to. I'm still broadcasting, so let's see what. We might have to start the game over. Let's see what happens. That's weird. I've never seen that one before.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know when you're at the entry screen.
Okay. Decent.
Yeah.
I'm going back in.
Okay, me too. Gotta get the playbooks and the. Oh, I lost my viewer too. Oh well.
Alright. Oh, it saved my playbook.
Yeah, it saved mine. Didn't save my uniform. I had to redo that. Well, at least it was only 2 plays, the kickoff and the outside run. It's not like we got that far into the broadcast, you know.
Right.
Meanwhile, the World Series, there's some kind of review going on.
Okay.
Alright, let's try this again. Oh, my viewer's back. Good timing.
Hey, Tears. I don't know if Tears is watching that both.
Tears is, yeah, he says he's here.
Okay.
I wonder if he's feeling left out this time since he's not in the game. I know I will be. First time there's a broadcast without me, I'm gonna feel a little left out, but I'll enjoy watching it though.
Well, that's the thing is that, as you know, obviously this is my favorite time in football. So even the games you guys are playing, I really liked watching them.
Yeah. Yep. He says yep. So I don't know if you caught the beginning, Tears, but we had some kind of issue where we desynced, it said, and the broadcast continued, but the game itself, we got booted out of it. So, but that's okay because he had a nice outside run for 19 yards, and
yeah,
I did find a run and shoot playbook on that I Teach History actually put on. So if it's, I'll say this: if it's from I Teach History, it's got to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, he does good stuff for sure.
Saw that missing Walter Payton yards, he says. And the big kick return that you almost broke is null and void. It was all fake news. It's all just a dream. So I don't know what they're reviewing in the World Series game, but they're taking an awful long time. They've been in it since Walter Payton was running around right end. Why is Norm Johnson standing on the field? Oh, Emery Moorhead, this time he goes with the pass. Jim McMahon.
Jim McMahon.
I was him once. I was him once for Halloween. Really? Did they draft Sid Luckman, or was that before the draft?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Sid Luckman's the name that always comes up. As far as records, they're all either Cutler or Luckman. But they didn't draft Cutler, I know that.
No, the Broncos did.
Right.
You're about 3 seconds behind Phantom's broadcast. Really, we're not synced up. I wonder... Huh.
Interesting.
I wonder if that's just the broadcast, or if that's part of the reason why we desynced earlier.
Desynced, right. Yeah.
I'd never seen that one before. That's new. I'm getting a buzzing in my ear now. Is that actually there, or is that my tinnitus?
I don't hear any buzzing.
Okay, so I think my tinnitus is kicking up for a second. There we go. Nice sack. Jonathan Raid. I don't hear any buzzing either. He says, no, it's got to be... In 1994, I was playing junior varsity football, and the last game of the year was pretty cold. It was... The junior varsity game was played in the snow. And I caught a double ear infection, and for the last 25 years, I've been dealing with a constant buzzing in my right ear. And every now and then, it gets a little louder. It's gone now, but for a couple seconds there, I was just a little bit louder than normal. But since I had the headphones on, I wasn't sure if it was actually something or if it was just in the headphones. Another sack. This time it's Darian Connor coming off the edge, and it's 4th and 22. So I like the desync now, all of a sudden. Although you got a first down on both first plays.
Now will I punt to Dion?
Now, I know you're just a tad older than me, I think a year maybe, but did you watch a lot of this 85 Bears?
Nope. The 86 is when I got into football.
Oh. The very first game I saw was Super Bowl 20, and it looks like your coach is eating his hat. Super Bowl 20, but I didn't watch it as a fan. My brother had somehow talked her parents into letting us watch the game, and throughout the whole game they kept ragging on him about when's somebody going to get a home run, or when's somebody going to get a hole-in-one, or who's going to shoot a free throw. You know, just they knew they were doing it on purpose. I don't think I was in bounds.
Oh, they they say he was.
Oh, okay.
Michael. Oh, it's supposed to be Haynes.
Michael Haynes.
There's an N missing.
Is there? I noticed that Haywood Jeffrey's name was spelt wrong. You had it spelt the normal way. But, for some reason, his name was spelt Jeff Fires. So I fixed that. I fixed that, but... Hayes, yeah, Michael Hayes. Michael P.S. Hayes from the Fabulous Freebirds. Bad Street, Atlanta G. Oh my goodness, I'm too busy. Well, a 2-run homer and the Nationals have got a 5-2 lead now, I think. Timeout. Next play, I got to get out of this and see what the... Anyway, back to the playbook. I teach history. This is in his one of his community files, and like I said, if he's done it, it's got to be pretty accurate. It said to use with the 94 Falcons, a bit of a different run and shoot. Run in 94. Oops.
Yeah, Steve McMichael.
Mongo. Member of the Four Horsemen. Back to another pro wrestling reference there. 3rd and 26 as the Falcons are going backwards. Oh, I wanted to get out and look at the playbook, but I didn't.
Hopefully you notice some 4-6 defense on the other end.
Oh, yeah, well, I play a lot of 4-6 and Sack of the Future, so.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Oh, Gary Fensick with the interception. No. Gary Fensick baited him. And now Andre Risen's just standing on Gary Fensick's groin. Look at Andre Risen's tatted up. It must have all tatted up. It must have been a result of his relationship with what's her name from TLC.
Bad Moon Rising. I'm pretty sure he's Odell Beckham.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh,
there we go. Oh, there's a Falcon with long hair. Oh, I missed one. Number 29.
Although, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Left Eye Lopez, yes. Is she still alive, or is she the one that passed? I know one of them passed. Tears our spotter since he's watching and not playing. Isn't that what they call the guy that does all the work for the announcers when they're playing? She died. Oh, Left Eye died. Okay. Oh! Scott Case with a diving interception.
Hit as I threw it. That's why the ball went nowhere near anything.
Okay.
But why was Case sitting there?
I have single back, gun, helmet. I have 3 formations: single back, gun, and goal line. Yeah, well, that's thanks to...
That'll stop you from running your usual plays.
Yeah, I'm not going to have any power, that's for sure. No power back. Counters.
Man, get through. Oh, Richard Dent.
I ran right into him. Oh man, I can't. Oop, I picked a play without even.
That's interesting.
Yeah, without even looking at it. No. Let's change that up a little. Okay.
What?
What the hell? Did I get hit when I threw that, or what?
I don't think so.
No, another door opens. Oh. Nobody in my family can ever sleep. That was my wife.
Major League Baseball brings you an unprecedented event.
Why did he dive? Cut in and jump. Lisa Lopez died in a car accident in Honduras in 2002. Thanks, Terrace.
Unlike last night when I played against the power run game of 9.
The power run game, Lorenzo. Yeah, I only got like 40 yards rushing.
Yeah, you were actually throwing it well with Warren in the beginning. And then
second half, I didn't have much happen. I just had some lag. Yep, there's another guy with long hair. Oh, it's still 29. Okay, same guy. Terry says he's trying to keep up with both conversations. Somebody's yelling. Oh, somebody just got ejected.
Really?
Martinez, the manager. That's interesting.
Sean King versus Dan Marino down below, but that's fake.
Yeah. Yeah, if I run the Bucks, and I don't know if I will or not, but I'm not sure I'll go with Sean King. I wasn't a big fan of his.
You go with Trent Dilfer.
That's the, you know, I was telling Terrors last night that unless it happens in the playoffs, we won't get to see Cunningham versus Cunningham. But we could get Dilfer versus Dilfer.
Do the Ravens play the Bucks?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I had to look that up before I spout my mouth off. No, because the NFC South plays the AFC East. I had another connection thing pop up. You know, EA Sports, this is a 2-year-old game. Why are we having server issues? There's another reason to finish up Sack to the Future and move up to the new one as quick as possible.
Yeah. Dick is working on that ad.
Yeah. He already ate his mustache off.
Oh my gosh.
Nice hit from he couldn't have any, he didn't have any, could it be internet issue? I have had some internet issues lately. I pay for the top quality, but it's Spectrum cable, so which was formerly Time Warner. So by all chance, it's my internet because I've had issues with them in the past. That's a face mask. Jesus, I don't have anything on.
Scott Ace.
So it's the bottom of the 7th, and the Nationals lead 5-2.
Willie Gold.
Oh, man.
That's probably the end of the first. Yep, that's the end of the first.
Okay. Scoreless game here, and after one in Chicago, it's 0-0. Bears are first and 10 on their own 50, or their own 50. On the 50. What is it? What are we playing? Canadian rules where there's two 50s?
Well, it is Soldier Field, so I guess it is my favorite.
That's true. The Bears did play the Falcons in 1985, and if I am correct, it was like 44-0 was the final. Bears won, obviously. Second scoreless game after one in greatest game history, says Stairs. And I believe the Bills-Jets also were scoreless at the half, if I'm not mistaken. 44-0 with Chicago Dallas. I knew they had a 44-0 game. I know they beat Atlanta too, and it wasn't close. But I do not believe that the Falcons and Bears. That was the Bears. No, it was the Bears Cowboys game in '85. I do not believe that. Yeah. Though the Patriots must have cheated to get those points. Oh!
This catch by memory. Moorhead.
Well, that's what he said.
Drafted as a receiver, and then he ate his way to tight end.
When you do the ratings for Sack 64, the Rams had 3 quarterbacks on their roster, and he only had 2, and he already has controlled them. So I moved a wide receiver to quarterback. So you'll have to definitely adjust all that.
Okay.
Chicago 36, Atlanta 0 on November 24th, 1985. 1 week after the Dallas blowout. All perfect blocking.
8 carries, 8 yards for all the base.
Brian Jordan was able to come up and make the tackle before you got to the first down. Yeah. I saw that, and by the time I realized it was too late to change a player's my only recourse would have been to cover him myself, and I was hoping you didn't see it.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting you to call timeout. I couldn't get it snapped, but that's why I called timeout earlier, because I was like, oh crap, no one's covering that guy.
In 91, the Bears and Falcons did not play, as confirmed by Tears.
Alright, it's awesome, man.
Right.
I
should say reported by Tears, but confirmed by ESPN, because that's what they do. They don't report anything, they just confirm it and steal your credit.
Right.
Oh man, I thought maybe. Only after the 26th though, for prime time.
He's a dangerous man. Alright.
See, now when we go through with Sack, I will not be maintaining run and shoot with these Falcons.
Oh no?
No. And speaking of which, there's a completion to the tight end. Harper LaBelle. No, I will be doing a little bit more of my own game. I think at this point in Sack the Future, we've pretty much established that we are who we are. I mean, Tears might adjust, you know, a little bit after Jim Brown leaves, but Leroy Kelly's a phenomenal back too. Oh, no time.
It's Wilson.
Second and 20. Oh.
Screen pass to Richard Dent.
What was I thinking?
Get your community involved by hosting a local derby. Sign up for free at jrhrt.com. Welcome back to the World Series presented by TV on Fox.
I usually don't have this many great defensive linemen to choose from. It's like I want to be a different guy everywhere.
Oh. Now why the hell? I switched to the player and he's got really slow.
Which player?
69. They switched me to an offensive lineman and he was running at a good clip. And then I switched to him and all of a sudden I'm walking. Now, why would they suggest that play?
Oh, Matsui breaks a tackle.
Oh, my goodness. Jim McMahon is 7 of 8 for 108 yards.
Jimmy Mack.
I'm also going to be honest with you. This offensive playbook is really handicapped for the Falcons. Not that, I mean, being on defense is doing much better right now, but... At least I'm kind of holding sweetness.
Yeah.
Matsui runs over primetime. Well, he's not really known as a good tackler, and I'm sure you put that in there.
That is correct.
I mean...
A lockdown corner.
Yeah. Oh.
He did drop
Incomplete.
it.
Yes, he did.
That's Willie Golds. Same
Crack.
thing. All world speed, but not the greatest. See, just because they're good players doesn't mean they don't have their weaknesses.
Yep. Well, primetime did nothing, but at least he forced you back into Jesse Tuggle.
Yeah. Jesse Tuggle.
No. 54. Oh, 54. Richard Lyles. Richard Lyles? I almost said Lenny Lyles, but if it was Lenny Lyles, I would... Now, I would probably get injured.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I called that the other night, didn't I?
Yeah, that was spot on. The Browns kicking the snot out of the Steelers.
Yeah. Where am I running to? I couldn't turn him. He just ran straight. He wouldn't turn. Now I don't have my suggested special team plays are return right, return left, return right.
Okay.
I think it's random on this. You can't return middle sometimes.
Yeah, it is weird. One time I had return left, return left, return left. Like, oh, I guess I'm going left.
Oh.
That was looking scary for a second.
Only got out to the 27, but...
Yeah, there was a lot of green and that guy missed that.
Yeah. Falcons didn't have really blazing running backs either. I mean, Eric Pegram, Mike Rozier, Steve Broussard, who was more a receiver.
What they did have, though, I want to say that their 3 backs, like, because I looked this up when I was doing the best era game, and they had their top 3 backs almost had the exact same amount of carries. Like, it was truly a midi.
Yep.
I think the number 1 guy had 4 more carries than the number 3 guy.
Oh, what was it? Maybe Andre Rison might get it coming out off the side, but
Richardson's taking the credit for it, but I think it was Fenton to that. I love this AC.
hello? Oh, there you are. I had lost you for a second. This Ryan's on. This defense is just too good, he says. Yes, it is. Ryan, I don't know if you've seen any of these games yet, but this is Phantom's creation, Phantom's idea. And what actually led me to meeting Phantom and him becoming a part of Stack the Future was this roster set right here. I decided I was doing too much editing, but I wanted to have something going on when we weren't doing sack games. Like we're waiting on John right now, who's had some home issues go on. So, oh, it rolled in the end zone. So we came up with the idea to do this, and so welcome to the greatest game. And their only rules here is that we are limited. Or all games are going to be played and aired, so it'll probably take a couple years. Although the way Madden 18's been acting, we might have to bite the bullet and when that other guy's roster set comes out, which is very similar, just tweak it a little to make it yours. And anyway, Phantom's always the Bears, I'm always the Bills, Tara's always the Cowboys, John's always the Giants, and that's it. That's the only rule. Is that Walter Payton's first really good run since the reset?
Since the reset, yes it is. Oh, is that Mangrum?
Yep. Even he's getting loose on me. The Falcons, of course, weren't known for great defense in '91, other than like some flashy turnovers where Dion would intercept the pass and they would lateral it all over the place. I don't know. I'm really burnt out on the editing part of things, Ryan. So, it could just be because we're editing 2 years of Sack to the Future back-to-back. We got 63 set in mid-July and immediately started editing on 64 because we're switching games for... So maybe I'll come back afterwards. Like, I haven't even done another alternate series game in several months. So...
Now that's the one real score, or one of the real scores. Houston up on Jacksonville, 21-7.
Yep. So far, this is the fourth game. We've had New England and Kansas City.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Oh, man. New England, Kansas City, Buffalo, New York Jets, Houston and Jacksonville, and then this one. This is the fourth game.
Enhanced agility of our center locking differential. Available on Kia's tough and ready lineup with all-wheel drive SUVs.
How come you haven't thrown toward Dion?
Yes. That's why.
That was the speed to make it up.
Yeah.
His speed almost looked like a Sack to the Future glitch speed coming across there.
Yeah. He was open, but nobody's open against Dion.
Well. Dave Dorson was coming across the field.
11-yard line, 16 seconds to go.
Well, picked up a yard.
Made Singletary tackle, yeah.
So I guess my goal would be to not lose 36-0 like they did in '85. To prove that this Jerry Glanville Falcons is better than the Marion Campbell-led, David Archer quarterback-led Falcons.
Oh my gosh. A little bit.
I hope so, anyway. Oh, a little high stepping. Still only up to the 29, though. I don't even know what play to pick.
Breaks one tackle or I make one mistake.
I don't even know what plays to pick. I'm just going to go to coach suggestion. This playbook is so limited. There had to be more run and shoot options than 2 formations.
Yeah, well, it's just like anything. If you played with it all the time, it would probably. Oh, he has good plays in it.
Yeah, the Bears are everywhere.
That's right. You remember that no matter what team you are.
Oh, well, I'm sure I'll get a chance to be the 96 Packers at some point.
Yeah, that's the thing, is when we're in Sex of the Future, if we ever get to 85 and I'm the Bears.
Yeah, the Packers aren't that good.
Kill people. But,
like you're doing with 63?
96 Packers, 98 Vikings. Even the 91 Lions aren't that easy.
Ryan says he attempted to recreate the Will Chamberlain 100-point game. Must have been on NBA 2K. He fell short twice so far. He's got 89 in one and 81 in another. That was against the Knicks, right? 62, I want to say. Hey, we got a first down. Atlanta got a first down, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Miller completes it to Andre Rison, a short pass. Michael Hayes, Freebird. Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Hey, at least he's from Atlanta, so. Baddest street in the whole USA. Okay, I'll stop singing.
Oh, what?
Oh. Chris Miller, 4 of 12. 2 interceptions. Ah! I saw that coming and he just wouldn't throw it.
Phillips. One of the guys nobody remembers.
Didn't he get a touchdown in the Super Bowl? I do believe he intercepted a pass late in the game and got the points that put it up to 44 to 10.
Everyone on the defense scored, even
yeah,
Wade should have been the one scored.
I hit the wrong button. I'm gonna have to get Dion to score or something. Can I put Dion in on offense? Did you give him offensive? He didn't really play much in 91 though, so. In fact, I don't think it was till 92 when he made his first appearance. In that tremendous game against the Dolphins, where he had played baseball the night before. Bounce right. Flew down to Miami, played offense and defense. McMahon was injured against the. Terrace says in the 85 game, McMahon was injured, and Fuller and Tomczak were the Bears quarterbacks against Atlanta. So, and then he flew back to Pittsburgh for the next baseball game, but they didn't. Or no, I think it was in Atlanta, but Bobby Cox didn't play him. I don't think the world was quite ready for a Deion Sanders, and it's amazing that it hasn't been done since Baldwin Deion retired. Yeah, Wilt should dominate, Ryan says, just like Bo Jackson isn't way faster than defenders in Madden. Boy, I don't know what to run. Okay. Total yards 135 to 27. Brian Jordan and Tim McKay are on the coverage. Terror's coming with David Archer's 85 stats for the 85 game. This ought to be pathetic.
What are you? Sure you don't want to be a New York Met?
Damn it.
Oh, just enough.
Emery Moorhead again with a first down.
Saving money with Geico is easy. Geico, proud partner of
Now, who is that actual? Okay, 2 for 15, 10 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks. 2 for 15, did he get benched in favor of somebody else? Did Scott Campbell come in and play?
dogs bring out the good in us. The pedigree brings out the good in them.
Walter Payton, 14 rushes, 28 yards. You got quite a ways to catch Craig James there.
Yeah.
Now, what division? The Falcons, the NFC South played the AFC East. Bob Holly. Bob Holly came in and played? Hardcore Holly? Obviously not. But that would have been interesting. For those who don't know WWF, Hardcore Holly, of course, was one of the pioneers of the hardcore division in the late 90s Attitude Era, WWF.
Want more postseason stats? Here he goes. Throwing home runs in the postseason.
I wonder if John's going to get on soon. I haven't heard anything yet from him.
Is he supposed to play one of his games tonight?
Yeah. He was hoping to.
He still has 2 left or just 1?
2. Giants, Eagles, and Steelers, Bengals. Oh, look, a screen. Where? Oh, son of a gun. So it's the top of the 9th. Washington leads 5-2. It looks like we're going to get a Game 7 unless Houston can mount some kind of miraculous comeback. Tomorrow night, of course, will be Game 7. Robert Holly, drafted by the Redskins in 1983 out of Princeton.
Game 7s are always fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we ever get to that point in Sack to the Future, I'm calling him Hardcore Holly. I don't care. Oh! Nice block! Brian Jordan?
The former, or the other Atlanta Braves outfield.
Yeah, also St. Louis Cardinal, I do believe.
Yes, he was.
And then there was another football player in that era who had left football to play baseball. From the Vikings, I want to say DJ. I can't think of the last name. What? You? Oh my goodness.
That was interesting. He like set up waiting for you to go up just so you could do that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Alright.
See, I like this concept of these, this idea you had. I don't know if you were the first to come up with it. Kappa did one too. DJ Dozier, yes, DJ Dozier, running back out of Penn State, played for the Vikings, and I want to say he had a short but brief career in the NCAA. Oh, Ryan's got our topic. Hold on a second. We were going to talk about this, but somehow forgot. Oh, come on. Okay. Since the NCAA is going to let players get paid, possible NCAA video games again, would you play them and make rosters? You know I would. It would be one of those things where I hope we can export teams, because I'm not going to sit and do 130 teams. I would do whatever I need for the game that I need it for. But let me just, a little research I did. The NCAA Board of Directors has given the components 3 years. This is going to be intercepted. Nope. 3 years, or not 3 years, till January of 2021 to come up with the guidelines, the parameters for how the players can get paid, who can pay them, how it'll affect scholars, all that. And then from there, the California law doesn't even take effect until 2023. So I'm not sure how, when the rules are set, when it'll be voted on, when it'll be implemented. But somebody, I read a story somewhere who said it's possible that by 2024 we could have an NCAA video game back by EA Sports. The other thing that goes along with that, however, is that at the dissolution of the NCAA game, the NCAA also changed their strategy on licensing. You cannot just buy a NCAA license and get all the teams now. You have to individually negotiate with each school.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that kept IMG Gaming and Canuck Gaming both from doing licensed football games. Canuck Gaming, of course, doing Maximum Football, and IMG will be behind the Gridiron Greats, which is in development, and it's been seemingly in development for 5 years. I haven't heard anything about it lately. I just see some screenshots a couple months ago, and that one's strictly college. Of course, Maximum Football is
Stay on your feet.
you can choose between American rules, American college rules, or Canadian rules, which is kind of cool. I haven't gotten the new game yet, but I heard it made leaps and bounds over last year's games. But yeah, I would like to do something along the lines of like a history of the Georgia Bulldogs or Notre Dame, my schools. But of course, by 2024, I'll be 45 years old. The kids will be teenagers. I don't know. I might just barely be able to do Sack to the Future at that point. That should have been a tough game. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score Chicago 10, Atlanta nothing. You're watching the greatest game on the VinnyXWolf and the Phantom Fighter channels.
Yeah, I just realized my little ribbon at the bottom says Sack to the Future because I never changed that.
Yeah. So, is there any chance in Best Era Football making any, or Classic Era making any appearances?
There is, for sure. I want to get back to it. I'm thinking in November I'll definitely bring some Best Era games again. I might just see Best Era through first before I think about doing any more Classic Era stuff.
Yeah, I think you gotta... Same lesson I'm learning now. It's really hard to stretch yourself thin. First of all, it's hard to build an audience when you come out with multiple stuff. And you don't always get back to it. I think if I was doing multiple different games and constantly going on a rotation, alternate series, the history of series, the whatever, then it would work. But Sack to the Future obviously takes precedence, and then this one's going to take secondary precedence. And it's hard to do anything else, because I have a full-time job and two kids, 10 and 7, and it's no. In a perfect world, one of us will win the $1 billion lottery and be able to pay the other 3 to retire and just do Sack to the Future. But I don't play the lottery, so I don't think it'll be me.
Right.
It's kind of hard to win when you don't play. Oh well, 2 of us don't play, then you really can't win. I don't think John plays either, so I think it's up to Terrors.
Come on, Terrors.
Yeah, play the lottery. Sometimes if it's like 500 million or something, I'll buy 1 ticket.
Yeah.
But I just don't have the patience to do that stuff. On my birthday, I usually get some scratch offs in a birthday card.
Oh, Dion Tackle Sweetness there.
There we go. Terry says he plays maybe once a year. So what you're saying is there's a chance.
Yes.
Anyway, I had a friend post the NCAA thing, and her take is anti, and she played collegiate rugby, so she is an athlete as well. And she also went to school for broadcasting and all that, and so she's versed in knowledge on the subject. She's against it, and she doesn't think it's good for the sport. And I see her point to some extent, because I thought that way myself, but at the same time, I just gotten to the point now where, man, maybe it's the loss of the video game which really changed my mind, but I think the players, listen, you have to abide by these ridiculous NCAA rules where you can't hold a job, you can't get money for anything, you have to You have to go to school, keep your grades up, and while you're playing the sport, and you're expected to live, you know, with no means whatsoever, other than what little stipend is given on the road trips by the team, which for us in junior college is like $20 for one meal. I mean, it was just not much. And I'm sure a lot of the higher colleges don't even do that. They probably just pay for catering on everywhere they go. But I was also at a junior college where they could not give scholarships. So not only are we not getting scholarships, we're having to pay our own way. We also cannot work. So you're having you have to pay your own way for college, but you can't work. And I only got a $250 scholarship for books out of someplace, and the only reason I got that was my mom died. Had she lived, I wouldn't have got nothing for college. But that's my take on it, that players need something. Now, is there going to be corruption in it? Sure. They got to set up guidelines, and I don't even know where you begin to do that, but good luck to them. But it's about time anyway. So Ryan says, did you hear about the team that had to give up the championship because the coach let a player use a car? Yeah, exactly. It's stupid shit like that. You know, you can't even help a player out in need. Player's got a death in the family, and he's too bad. So sad. Figure it out yourself. Dennis Gentry with a run. If I don't score, that would mean that out of the 4 games I've played so far in this, I will have been shut out twice. And I'll be 1-3.
Well, you won with the game. You were a Super Bowl team, though, so I mean, it's not like you were
true.
Greatest.
I think, all in all, that the favorites have won so far. I don't think there's been any upsets. Even last night, the Jaguars were an AFC Championship team. The Oilers are an AFC Divisional team.
Right.
So.
And I think the Oilers were more like a 12-4 team. Jaguars 14-2.
And it was a close game, and as it should have been. And it was probably the best passing game we've had out of all of them so far. Oh,
Walter Payton gets it. So that's good. I'm happy now.
Kevin Butler out of the University of Georgia.
Yes, he's got a lot of hurt.
Yes, he does. All Georgia Bulldogs do.
Well, except for one.
Listen, don't talk about Fran Tarkenton that way.
Clearly we mean Mr. Gurley.
Oh, Prime didn't even get to the 19. Alright, I'm just running out of the end zone because he's Deion Sanders.
Yep, that's true, and everyone else would too.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, the rest of the Falcons aren't yet too legit to quit. MC Hammer must be running with the Raiders since they're back in Oakland. Although, no, it's actually the 1990 Raiders. They technically should not be in Oakland. Oh, come on, Chris Miller.
I wonder if, I mean, I know Terrence has brought a lot of stats. I doubt he's actually, going so far as to keep track of where the quarterbacks are throwing the ball, but I have not thrown to Deion Sanders very often. Because he's a game breaker. I'd rather just control the game.
Oh, for Fargo's sake.
Mongo sack number 2.
Mongo actually has long hair, and I don't know if he did in his rep. Don't do that. No, I don't want to play this game again. I think I would let you play the computer if it had to be done again. Run forward.
Chris Miller getting close to 100 yards.
Eric Pegram hitting 20 yards on that play. It is 7-2 Nationals, by the way, in the bottom of the ninth, with one out.
We'll get a game. Get him, man. Oh.
Come on, Pritchard. Okay. This ding and dunk is not going to work, though. Come on. Jailbreak screen, right. Jailbreak screen.
Is that
27?
Or?
Yeah. Well, that was the last time he ran it.
Oh, come on.
The internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. What the fuck? I'm gonna be making a phone call to Spectrum tomorrow. It's okay. It's back now. I know that it's still broadcast during that. I can remember back in the first time seeing it, thinking, "Am I even on the air anymore?" Yep, I got held up on the line somewhere. If you get close, kick field goal. Is that John? That is John. What's he saying?
Oh, what's he saying?
Oh, no, he's saying apparently EA is working on it. Oh, I'm sure they got right to work the minute it was announced.
Yeah. There we go.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, when you play the 85 Bears, you are going to get the sack.
Yeah.
Just throwing it.
Yeah. Do the Ravens and
Also
Bears
the
play?
2000
What?
Ravens.
Well, I was going to say, what division do the Bears play this year? Do you remember? It was from 2 years ago.
It's the first year of... I know we play the South, so I'll play the Bucks and all that. In the AFC, it's the... Is it... I think it's the North. So I think I will
That
play
would be the Ravens. That would be an interesting game.
It will
Green
be
Bay's playing Seattle. So we can get some kind of hint from this
First
week
touchdown
one
wins,
matchups. Yeah.
If there'll be a touchdown, it might be 6-3 or 3-0. Friggin' Hayes.
Can't wait to see 93 Cowboys O-line against the Bears.
Oh, that will be a good one too. Heck, those, well...
How pissed are you going to be about this?
I'm just going to block it.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I think I missed it. I missed it!
Alright! It's a shutout for the 85 Bears.
Jerry Glanville can't believe it. He's so pissed off he grew a goatee.
That was the greatest game.
Depends on your perspective.
Take that, Baltimore Ravens. Now
If
you have to get a
McMahon,
shutout.
if McMahon takes his helmet off, does he have a headband on?
Yeah, that would be amazing if I could do that.
Should have gone for the TD. Yeah, well. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So now the question is, which Super Bowl 20 team gives up a point first, the Bears or Patriots?
Oh, that's right. I forgot the 85 Patriots looked that good. Although the Chiefs lost their starting running back like a play at the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, Johnson will be on at 10. I think I'll stick around a little bit. I don't work tomorrow, so.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to stay broadcasting anyway. Thanks for joining us on The Greatest Game. I'm 1-3 now.
Oh,
1-3. Yeah, that's awesome. I had 101 total yards.
That's too many.
Well, thanks for joining us. Until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent. For the cast of characters from Phantom Fighter, Terrors 89, and even